Ooh, looks like some very, very bad news for AH, as we'll call her in this video. And as always, with these videos, we know anybody who covers this woman, these videos get suppressed. So please leave a like on it, leave a comment on it. Most importantly, on whatever social media you have, Twitter, Facebook, Parler, Minds, whatever you use, share it out there. Because for whatever reason, I can't really venture a guess, this woman is protected by YouTube. Most of my videos on the topic get the yellow sign of sadness. Now, exclusive. JD's legal battle against the ACLU heats up as emails reveal that the nonprofit staff is the one who wrote AH's op-ed at the center of the $50 million suit. This is an absolute bombshell. I guess they probably should have used a VPN. Otherwise, maybe that data would have been a little more difficult to find. I'd probably use private internet access if I were them. Check out this awesome offer. Huge shout out to this video's sponsor, Private Internet Access. Look, in 2021, if you're not using some form of VPN, you're allowing big tech to take your data and profit from it, as well as a wide variety of other safety issues that I won't even bother to get into. That's why I've always used a VPN, and I currently use Private Internet Access. With Private Internet Access, your IP address is hidden so you can browse anonymously and in total privacy. You can also protect your online identity and personal information. With Private Internet Access, the web is a safer place. Wherever you are in the world, you can access your favorite sites. Let me give you just a quick example. There are hundreds, maybe thousands of content or region-locked content that you will now be able to get access to by using Private Internet Access. For example, Netflix and other streaming services have hundreds, maybe thousands of titles that are region locked. Wherever you are in the world, you'll be able to watch documentaries produced in a wide variety of nations and access the full catalog of what you're actually paying for. Private Internet Access provides state-of-the-art multi-layered security with advanced privacy protection using VPN tunneling. You can block your IP to unwanted exposure and data leaks. You can defend yourself from data monitoring and eavesdropping. That's one of my favorite. Block unwanted connections. You can access, as I talked about earlier, a whole scope of new content available worldwide simply by changing your location. So pick up Private Internet Access today by using the link in the description below. They have an absolutely amazing offer for you for just my subscribers, and you'll protect yourself and support the channel. Get Private Internet Access today. Definitely make sure you get a VPN today. Going into the weekend, know you're safe, protect all your mobile devices, and support the channel. So it's a win-win. Emails obtained by Daily Mail suggest that AH had minimal input in her Washington Post op-ed that was used against JD. Documents reveal the ACLU staff came up with the idea for her to write the essay, now titled, "I Spoke Up Against This and Faced Our Culture's Wrath." The op-ed went through multiple legal revisions, with AH's lawyer anxious not to mention JD by name or breach the couple's non-disclosure agreement. JD 57 later sued AH for libel, claiming the article included references to their failed marriage and falsely labeled him. Well, yeah, everyone knew who it was. Everyone knew. Like his lawsuit is 100% legit. And a lot of the problems with a lot of these lawsuits is that you have to prove it. Like you have to prove damages. Well, JD absolutely can. Now, unearthed emails show the ACLU actually wrote the piece and could drag the organization deeper into this lawsuit. JD's attorney, Adam Waldman, told the Daily Mail that the emails prove the ACLU wrote her false op-ed and were her co-conspirators from the start. And by the way, she also promised to donate the money. Last week, the actor sued the ACLU to force them to reveal if AH had ever honored her pledge to donate half their divorce settlement, $3.5 million. In her own filings, AH does not claim to be the sole author of the op-ed, stating that she wrote it with the assistance and advice of others. Think about this, folks. I think Johnny's going to win the lawsuit. This is absolutely massive. Massive. You're talking about the ACLU penning this entire article for her and then also receiving, I'm sure it's totally unrelated, $3.5 million. It's like she paid them for it. This is insane. Look at this email. Hi, Jody. This is from the ACLU. I'd like your thoughts. I'd like your and AH's thoughts on doing an op-ed in which she discusses the ways in which survivors of gender-based bad behavior are made less safe under the Trump administration and how they can take action. It can be timed for sometime after 11/14 when it's time to remind newly elected Congress of their priorities. Her ambassador title could appear in her byline and announced in social media promotion of the piece. This whole thing was cooked up by the ACLU. This is insanity. In the op-ed, she could argue that it's time to make sure that our leaders take GBV seriously by highlighting the Congress's delay in reauthorizing the VAWA, the ACLU's suit against Sessions over a new asylum rule, a new Title IX. She can also, of course, mention Trump's irresponsible, mean words on Christine Blasey Ford and survivors who don't report right away. If she feels comfortable, she can interweave her personal story, saying how painful it was as a survivor. This is monstrous. This is so insidious. This is the ACLU already having an idea that, the exact type of article they want to write, how they're going to write it, what the narrative is going to be. All they need is her to sign off. Then you see Jessica at the ACLU. Hi, Amber. Apologies for the delay, but we have needed this to pass through quite a few lawyers first. Please read Robin's notes below. You should show this to your attorney, one from the long list, and I want to make sure nothing was said here that puts you in jeopardy with your NDA. In the essay was assigned to op-ed writer Robin Schulman, who sent AH the first draft on November 29th. It was such a total pleasure to talk with you. I tried to gather your rage and really interesting analysis and shape that into an op-ed form. So it wasn't an op-ed. She never wrote it. She never wrote it. Smash like now. If you haven't already, please click that red subscribe button. This is insane. This is going to open a massive can of worms. And then you see the article right here. The email dated December 12, 2018 shows Amber thanked the ACLU staff for making sure this article conveys its message in my voice. I think Eric's edits get us 95% of what you want. I say send it off and the torpedoes ahead. Communication strategist Jerry Johnson emailed AH's reps on November 6th proposing the article attacking Trump administration for making the U.S. less safe. She can also, of course, mention his name. We already saw that. This is so insane. It's so insane. Then you see here's from AH, wrote to Schulman a week later to say everything was very impressed. Thank you for finding my voice. You could say, Robin, all good, except that edit is a no-go. Please explain to the post that one cannot reveal discussions with a lawyer without waiving attorney-client privileges at first. Can't let that happen here, especially since the edit adds nothing. AH can simply say that an advisor made the statement to her. Okay? This is nuts. This is mind-blowing. This proves us right about everything. This was a cold, calculated PR move that AH then paid off the ACLU with $3.5 million to execute it. This is insane. Her lawyer, Eric George, sounded a note of caution, however, striking out obvious references to JD and warning that a mention of their disastrous 18-month marriage would land her in court. And he references it all to the marriage or divorce, even to say that the word marriage or divorce, and then to elaborate that you're not in fact talking about it, is a technical violation, he wrote. Would be a reasonable ex or his lawyer object? Of course not. Will the opposing side that we're dealing with? Likely yes. She was warned that she would get sued, and she did it anyway. 3 months later, of course, he filed for defamation in Fairfax County, where the Post is printed, saying that the article wrecked his reputation and got him booted from the role as Captain Jack Sparrow. It did get him booted. It did get him booted. This is an absolute bombshell. Back in January, however, Daily Mail revealed correspondence that AH and hospital management suggesting she only gave them $100,000, way short of the $3.5 million she promised them. The ACLU was subpoenaed for the same information, but has thus refused to cooperate. That means she didn't give it to him either. Or it means they did, and now that we have these emails, we know that she paid them. This is insane. He's going to win this. This is nuts. Share this video everywhere. Get this out there. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.